What we're going to cover right now is the basic blocks, redirections, and continuous motion of the Kenpo hands. Okay? Now, everybody knows what a block is. A block is to stop something from coming at you. In basic karate or any style, any form of martial arts, this is your block. Okay? Whether it's done inside, outside, hammer fist, over their head, low punch, or downward. Those are your basic blocks. Now, what we have from the blocks, we have what we call a redirect block. Punch is coming in straight. We take the punching hand that's coming at you and we redirect it. Okay? From the redirection, we have what most people would call a block, but we call this a strike. In Kenpo, a block is a strike and a strike is a block. Okay, they both serve the same purpose. Now, to get continuous motion out of that, we're going to combine the redirection, the block, and continuous motion. Here comes a punch. We're going to redirect. We make the strike with a block, and from here we continue on with a strike to the head. Now, to keep the motion going, because we just said it calls for continuous motion. There's our elbow. Come back. There's a claw to the face, to the groin, to the throat, and back out to the face. All continuous motion. Now, what that means is if you got involved into a situation, I mean a confrontation out in the street, an individual came at you with a punch, and you was able to parry it. Okay, he decides to spin around and do another punch. From here, you're still in position to stop that strike. And he wants to come back again around this side. You're still in position. This is continuous motion. Finally, we execute a strike out to the head. Okay? Now, this is continuous motion. You take the same thing against a roundhouse punch. Here comes a roundhouse punch here. Now, the force of this punch allows this to happen. Let's try that again. Bend the arm more. Bend the arm more. See? See? Now, that strike that he just did acted as a springboard. Okay, watch. We'll do this real slow. See it pushing? He's pushing my hand where? Right into his own face. So he is actually helping me to beat him. So watch again slow. From here comes a roundhouse punch. Bing, there's the punch. Or the strike to the face. All right. I want to once again remind you about Kenpo hands, the importance of executing the techniques properly. For instance, claw. Now, people, when they hear the word claw, they think of just doing this. Okay? A proper claw is to strike with the heel of the hand and then claw. Now, once you've hit, you're inside your target. At this point, you can grab the eyes, you can grab the nose, you can grab the cheek. You've got your opponent right where you want. And this person was really out to hurt you, you have to stop him first. Palm heel, claw, rip and claw. Ripping down, ripping across. These are your claws. The same thing with what we call a tiger mouth. A tiger mouth, all four fingers have to be secured. Thumb is rigid. We're striking up here. Once we make our strike, we close in. Now we grab with our fingers and our thumb. There's what you have. And there's not too much the opponent could do at this point. Okay? Again, these techniques would be applied against an opponent who was out to hurt you. Someone who had a knife or a club, or just someone who was just playing out to hurt you. So you have to protect yourself. That's why we have these techniques. The punches that we use, the punches would go to a harder part of the body. Okay? In Kenpo, our hand techniques are designed for certain parts of the body. And again, this would go to the eyes, this would go to the throat, this could go to the throat, this here can go to the throat, the tiger mouth, which I already showed you, the fist over through here, under the armpit or inside the armpit, we have a bunch of little nerves. Take the middle knuckle back and punch, do some damage. Spear hand can do some damage there. Spear hand can also work over here to the pelvis area and again over here to the forearm rib area. The forearm. Now the forearm forearm is a very, very dangerous weapon. And if you're going to use that, please make sure you really want to do some damage. The forearm can strike the side of the head and do a considerable amount of damage. We can hit the whole top of the body, and we can do some damage there. Okay, we can also use the forearm strike right underneath the, right above the pelvis area. Okay, in Kenpo, the reason we say Kenpo hands because the Kenpo hands can go to any part of the body. So it's very important that you learn it properly. I follow the opponent's body. He tells me what he's doing. Now, if you do your blocks properly, watch. Here's the first block here. Now, notice I don't grab. I lay my hand here. Now, in order for him to throw another punch, he has to move this arm. When the arm moves, it tells me he's throwing another punch. Now, I can stay here all day. He can throw another punch, and I block. And he can go on, no matter where he directs the punches. Okay? I can usually block because he has to use it. So we call that like a springboard. So he's telling me what to do. Now, of course, after a while, I get a little tired. So when he makes that punch, I make a strike to the side of his face. Now, I can use my one hand or I can use my two hands. What I do with the two hands, as he came in, I'd lay down here. This was a check. Came over to check that as I blocked the second punch. And from here, I can do anything I want. You can see he's wide open for me. I can knee him, I can kick him, I can body punch him, I can elbow him, back fist, I can do just about anything I want. On the street, if the technique is executed properly, one technique, one strike is sufficient. Why do we do 3 or 4 or 5? It's because in case one misses, we can come right back. It's like boxing. You know, you do a jab, you set up, you follow up with a body punch, you just keep going until you've got your opponent where you want him. So this is what we mean by continuous hand movements or the Kenpo hands.